movement inside William E. Donaldson Correctional Facility. Continuing on with our interview as we expose the inhumane, unconstitutional conditions inside of the Alabama Department of Corrections, expose the corruption, um, and how we are fighting against that corruption, organizing, be talking to an organizer today, Brother Zachery Wilson. Zach has been promoting Free Alabama movement, nonviolent, peaceful protest, advocating for education and rehabilitation within the prison system, for improved conditions of confinement. He has also been targeted by the administration. He has been assaulted on multiple occasions. He is currently in solitary confinement right now. He has multiple lawsuits pending against the Department of Corrections. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna introduce him now. And that's Brother Zach right there. What up, Zach?
Hey, how y'all doing today? God bless everybody. And, peace to the Brother Ray. Okay, like you said, my name is Zachery Wilson. And,
Speak up just a little bit.
Like you said, my name is Zachery Wilson, and I'm for Free Alabama movement and for what's going on with us. Okay, right here.
Before you get started, let me just give a little background. You started out at Holman. You were in the original work strike at Holman, January the 1st, 2014. Tell us what that was like being there, being a part of that.
It was beautiful, to see the black man and the white man come together and stand for a cause. And it was beautiful, and that taught me something, because before I went down to Holman, I started out up here, but I went down to Holman and I tasted that freedom, and it really veered my life to a whole different scenario. And here I am today, with the Brother Ray, and we're doing significant things that's gonna make the Constitution respect what's going on inside the Alabama penal system.
Okay.
Right here.
When you were at Holman after the original strike, you were put in solitary confinement down there for your role in the work strike. Is that correct?
Exactly.
And you were assaulted down there. Talk about that. Talk about some of the treatment and abuse that you suffered at Holman prison.
Well, I got two assaults from officers down there. One of them was an officer cut me, and the next one was officer sprayed me point blank range in my eye and disconnected my thumb. And I got lawsuit pending down there right now for these type of conditions. And I also got a third lawsuit down there, and I got severely food poisoning. Due to rat feces being in the food, and birds flying in the kitchen, and the deplorable, appalling, dilapidated, and sordid conditions down there.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and put him on right quick.
Okay, we had to pause just a second. All right, you back now. Go ahead and continue.
All right, and like I said, all of it was non-justifiable. Just because I'm standing up for what's right for humankind, not for myself. It's for every human being in the Alabama penal system, no matter what color, race, creed, color you are. And this lawsuit I have right now is up here at Donaldson Correctional Facility.
So you were transferred to Donaldson from Holman Correctional Facility.
Yes, for my participation,
Participation.
in the movement.
Right. And so how long you been up here now?
Since 2014, and I've served all but 1 month in saved behind the movement.
Since you've been here?
Since July 2014, I've served all but 1 month in segregation.
Okay. And you haven't committed any violent acts or anything like that?
No, I was just released to population in February of 2016. I was right back up in segregation in March 2016, only because I helped a 76-year-old man with his tray, in which I pushed to the kitchen. He was confined to a wheelchair.
Mr. Mafundi.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got some interviews with Mr. Mafundi. We spoke with him. You already know he one of our elders. And he was in a wheelchair,
He was confined to a wheelchair.
and you enrolled him to the child hall,
Yes.
and you put him at the table and grabbed his chair and the officer went ballistic on you.
Okay, I stepped in the line. I grabbed two trays, a tray for myself and a tray for Mr. Lake. And the officer stepped to me and said, "Oh, why are you grabbing two trays?" And I pointed out the reason why Mr. Lake was sitting back there. And they, confirmed that the situation was quelled to an officer who was unconscious of the situation. He stepped to me with his mace and his stick out and told me, "Put down the MF trays and get the F out of his kitchen." So
Okay.
I told him, "No, I'm not going to put down the trays and go nowhere. I said, I'm going to eat my tray, and the 76-year-old Mr. Mufundy for to eat his tray, and then we'll get out of your kitchen." And he stated again, "Inmate," I said, "put down the MF trays and get the F out of the kitchen."
So, and I wanna hone in on that point because you said that one officer, once he saw that you was getting the tray from Mr. Mufani, that pretty much quelled the situation. But another officer who was responding to the situation came up not knowing what was going on. He come in totally aggressive, using profanity, trying to make you. And the reason why I want to point that out is because it's a coincidence that we just had an officer get killed at home in prison behind a tray. And so but what you're describing is a pattern of aggression about these state trades that really don't nobody want to eat anyway. If we had a choice, we wouldn't be eating this garbage.
Because inside the lawsuit I'm about to describe, it's stating how the food, is tainted. We were eating tainted meat, from Central Warehouse in Montgomery, Alabama. And I'm pretty sure the brother Ray got pictures of the meat.
Yeah.
He can show you. That meat throughout the Alabama penal system was affecting all of the inmates within the population segregation. If you were an inmate inside the Alabama penal system, you were being affected with tuberculosis being exposed to it
Through the food.
through the food.
Okay.
They was consumed through our mouth.
Right.
You know what I mean? And God showed me a way, and I litigated to the court, and I got it up out of there.
Let's talk about that. What you did, what you filed, how you were able to make them remove those meat patties. Because explain what's inside the meat patties and how you found out about it.
Okay. I got exposed personally to tuberculosis when I was behind a segregation door. And I tried my best to keep my cell clean and sanitized. And that hurt me to my heart to be exposed to such a disease when I know I haven't done anything or been in contact with anyone to get exposed like this here. And I remember back in like the early 2000s, late 90s, they had on the boxes of meat that we were being served unfit for human consumption. And that labeling was expunged from the boxes of meat. And a foodie label was put on the boxes of meat, but the contents within was still being served to
Right.
us. And God kept telling me, "Son, that's it. That's it. That's the tuberculosis." And so I broke down that four-letter word, four-letter phrase, whatnot. Unfit for human consumption. Unfit for is the prefix. Human is the verb. Consumption is the noun. And I looked up consumption, and I came up with tuberculosis. When I looked at it, I immediately dropped the dictionary because it scared me. You know what I'm saying? And the meat patties,
And hold it right there. I'm gonna get a dictionary because you told me about it earlier. I looked it up myself. I'm gonna pause this 1 second, pull the dictionary out. Okay, we're gonna start back. And as he said, the word consumption is associated with tuberculosis. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look the word up and show people because I was kind of surprised myself by that. Right here. Here's the word consumption. I'm gonna put the dictionary definition on. Right here, consumption. It says a person who has tuberculosis of the lungs, and then it says a wasting away of the body. the disease causing this, formerly tuberculosis of the lung. And so, you said you looked at and found that this disease was associated with the food that we were eating that was causing this disease inside of the body.
Exactly. The meat patties and all of the broke down meat that are from the meat patties contain unchewable, rubbery, gritty-looking objects that were unfit for human consumption and not USDA approved. Okay. Now, the meat patties that had the unchewable looking gristles and whatnot, I got a affidavit from a guy who worked in Central Warehouse in Montgomery, in Elmore, Alabama, and this is the place where they process the meat. And he, vouched for that the meat was being made from cow hearts and animal arteries mixed with a lot of protein, and that was, very unsanitary and grossly disproportionate to mankind.
And you filed, you said you have lawsuit litigation pending on that.
Right.
Can you let me see your lawsuit. What is the case number on it? Let me see. We will show y'all. This is current litigation, currently pending, 2006. 2016 00634. Zachery Wilson versus Angela Myrie, United States District Court for the Northern District of Alabama, Southern Division. He just filed that lawsuit August the 1st. Of course, today is October the 26th, Wednesday, October 26th. So talk a little bit about that lawsuit, because you've been litigating for some time now in behalf of people who are incarcerated, running into obstacles in the court. So tell us a little bit about your litigation right now.
Okay, well, inside this lawsuit, I'm, I got a lawsuit on Commissioner Jason Dunn, Associate Commissioner Grant Culliver, Northern Regional Coordinator Michelle Price, both wardens of the prison, Mr. Leon Bolden and Angela Marie, Jefferson County Department of Health for the airborne disease and other malignants that are floating around in this prison, and Jefferson County Waterworks and Sanitation for the contaminated water that's running straight from the river water, straight from the Warrior River to our prison. And they, are using lime to try to sterilize and cleanse the water, and it's running straight from the Warrior River. Okay, and I got Horizon Health for the deplorable appalling medical care.
Right.
And this is what I'm suing these, the 401 personnel. This is what I'm suing for. Unsanitary living conditions, severe overcrowding,
Keep talking.
severe overcrowding, airborne disease, rapid violence, contaminated water, tainted meat, lack of security, and understaffing.
I want to go back to that, what you're saying about the water, because right now I'm taking medication. I signed up for sick call. This is my second time signing up since I've been here, and I'm having problems with my bladder. And I don't know if you know, what's Kill Bill, Torrance Mosley. He got a catheter on, Torrance Mosley, and there's a lot of people having problems with their bladder and urinary tracts. We know it's associated with the water, but we're not. And like I said, when I found out my sick call slip, the next day I started getting antibiotics, and then a few days later they started giving me some Flomax pill. But I still haven't sought a doctor. I don't know who prescribed the medicine. They didn't give me any kind of instructions with the medicine. I didn't know how long I was gonna be on it. I wasn't able to ask any questions about it. They haven't even told me what they found in my urine that caused them to prescribe this stuff to me. And the problem didn't go away. The antibiotics have ran out, and I got the Flomax, and I'm still taking that. But the problem, my bladder is still bothering me. I'm still having pain in my bladder.
Okay, well, man, when we get through with this interview,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna write you up grievous on that.
All right.
But anyway, yeah,
Do you have that in your lawsuit that's pending right now
Yes.
about the fact that they were supposed to put the memo out and did not? All of
Exactly.
that's in your lawsuit.
Everything.
Okay, okay.
All of it. All of it. And I want y'all to this lawsuit that he just read off to y'all. I want y'all to go inside that lawsuit and see what's really going on and everything that's posted on the social media via Free Alabama Movement. I got it in the courts, but I'm by myself along with Ray, and we trying, y'all, and the only thing we need is for somebody to get behind us, and we can make a difference. You know, unity can make a difference right here.
What about the Southern Poverty Law Center, Southern Center for Human Rights?
Those people, to me, no hard feelings, but they are a joke. Meaning, these people, come in and file civil action lawsuits for us inmates, and they reap all the benefits, such as they get paid for filing, and at the same time, we don't get anything for our injury that we've been suffered from this, and the conditions ain't changing. The conditions are still the same. So, me personally, I think they're working with the state of Alabama Department of Corrections. I think they're working with them. And let me tell you the truth. I think the federal government working with them too. Because them folks have been took over this thing, man. Them folks know that this is very unconstitutional what we're going through. Just look what's going on in the Alabama penal system. It's right here in front of their eyes. But then when we litigate it to the courts without attorneys, we get the thumbs down. But now, if we can get some attorneys behind us, we can get something done.
Right kind of attorneys, though.
There you go.
Yeah, the right kind of attorneys, because, like you said, a lot of these attorneys, they coming in filing these class actions and whatnot. They are not overseeing the litigation. They don't even come in and make sure we understand what the litigation is all about. Then they always reach a settlement. The state always don't admit to no wrongdoing, and there's always multi-million dollars in attorney's fees, and we're left, trying to damage, bruise, beaten. I got a copy of the latest settlement here. I did a session on it, showing how all of the oversight, all of the oversight is going to be turned over to the DOC. So everything that they saying that we supposed to get, a DOC officer going to be over it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
They don't make us a part of the process.
Oh, yeah, and I want to venture on this too. This is the same lawsuit right here. I wrote the Southern Poverty Law Center. I was representing other inmates. You know what I'm saying? Not just myself. I'm doing it for God and His people. I represent other inmates, and I wrote the Southern Poverty Law Center and let them know, hey, this is what's going on. This is a civil action, but we asked for money damages. I haven't heard from them yet, and that was in August.
Yeah.
They shot me down.
Because you asking for damages for your injury.
Exactly.
And they don't want us to reap any damages. They just all the money go to them.
All the money go to them, but our conditions only worsen, and it's not getting better.
That's right.
It's getting worse. So that's basically what's going on, and I thank the brother Ray, for giving me a chance to really venture out and let the world see what's going on, and not only see what's going on, get a chance to see what's going on inside the courtroom, because I know there's a lot of journalists out there, really want to see what's going on as far as Ray doing his thing. I'm here politicking. I'm not a politician. I'm not good at politicking. I'm a litigator.
I'm not a politician either. I'm an activist,
Okay.
But we have to do what we have to do. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm not really I don't care for no politics. I'm about trying to get these issues resolved, and somebody got to be out there speaking and talking in our behalf. So, and we have to talk for ourselves. But like we say, everybody has a role to play. I'm doing what I feel like the Spirit is leading me to do, and you being led by your Spirit to do what the Spirit is leading you to do, and is leading us together, and we on the same path, and it's all about, like you said, Free Alabama Movement, and making these changes come into effect. So for people around the state, other prisons, going through similar issues that we are going through. What do you say to those guys and those ladies that are suffering the way that we're all suffering in Alabama and around the country?
All right, first and foremost, keep on moving.
Mhm.
Don't stop. Dr. King told you that. He said, whatever y'all do, people, don't stop moving. Because when you stop moving, that's when they win. But that's the first and foremost thing that I needed to say. And next is, you know, you got to come together. You know, no one can get anything done by themselves. You know, especially not in Alabama. No, they don't respect a single individual trying to do nothing by himself. So the togetherness, the unity, you know, you got to have that bond with each other. I know some, you know, gonna venture off and be like, hey, he doing this, he doing that. I ain't gonna get with his program. But sometimes his program might be the better for your program. You know, so that's the key word, unity, togetherness. You know, without that, you don't have anything. And I want to, you know, invite y'all to whatever y'all going through, because I know some inmates, you know, they in worse position than I am. They've been beat worse than I've been beat. You know what I'm saying? Just for standing up for what's right. You know, and one thing about it,
I wish you had brought those disciplinaries over here so I could show people
oh
what
man,
I mean. The fact that do you still got copies on?
yes,
Can you go get them? I please go get them because the reason why is because one young man is charged with murder and an officer has lost his life. And I want people to understand that this was not an isolated incident that caused this conflict. This is policy of the DOC. They don't teach them to
correct.
exercise communication skills, social skills. It's all about force and putting down. And you got the disciplinary and you got the questions and the answers. And I would like for people to see this goes on day to day in these prisons. And it's all over, like you said, food that's unfit for human consumption.
Hold it. Oh, you know, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Get it for you.
I want y'all to see this. Okay, he back with them papers. And see, the reason why I want y'all to see this is because, you know, we look on the news and we see black men being killed for selling Lucy cigarettes. We see black men being killed for selling CDs. They broke my glasses. I already told y'all that. That's why I'm riding a little sideways. But we see black men, black women being killed for smoking a cigarette. We see Laquan McDaniel, you know, I don't even know what to describe that for jaywalking. And I want y'all to see the aggression and violence that a person is confronted with over a tray, you know, and understand that these are policies that are being carried out that cause these types of incidents to occur where this man feared for his life was sprayed with chemical agents and was assaulted about a tray. And so you can put that into context when you see an officer being killed. Everyone knows that these confrontations can cost you your life when you go into the chow hall and the officer is standing there. Not all of them, but there are some. And I'm finna give you an example of another one. All right.
Okay, this is the reason that I'm, you know, locked up in segregation, and it's a shame. Okay, the circumstances of the violation are as follows: it said you, inmate Zachery Wilson, number 198832, caused a disturbance by yelling about the Free Alabama movement in the dining hall, and it said the arresting officer's testimony at the hearing. It said, I approached inmate Zachery Wilson in the dining hall. Inmate Wilson took two trays from the tray line. I told inmate Wilson to put the trays down and exit the dining hall. Wilson did not immediately comply with my orders. Inmate Wilson began to yell about the Free Alabama movement. This caused several inmates to stand and appear aggressive. Now, I was found not guilty of this disciplinary because one good faith officer told the truth about the
Let
matter.
hold on before you get the disciplinary number. Let me see that. I want to show them You know, okay. This is the incident report right there. Y'all can see that 16-00580. This is the disciplinary number, disorderly conduct. Um, this is where's the arresting officer, Officer Johnson. Okay. Um, and you heard him say, describe the nature of it. You caused a disturbance by yelling about the Free Alabama movement in the dining hall. Okay, and as he told y'all, he was found not guilty. Open that up for me so we can show him. Not guilty. Now, he said you wanted to describe the fairness of the officer who conducted the hearing for you.
Okay, and this is the basis of the finding of facts. It said during the hearing, inmate Zachery Wilson stated that he had been confronted by Officer Q. Cockrell about having an extra tray. Inmate Wilson stated that after explaining to Officer Cockrell the reason for having the extra tray, that he gained permission from Officer Cockrell to deliver the tray to Richard Lake, number 0979972. Officer Johnson approached the situation unaware of why Zachery Wilson had an extra tray. Officer K. Moore further testified that the situation was in fact under control prior to Officer Johnson approaching. At the time of the hearing, it was revealed that Officer Johnson was unaware of some of the events leading up to Zachery Wilson getting the additional tray. This caused Officer Johnson to respond aggressively towards Zachery Wilson.
Let me show him that. Let me get that. He said, Officer K. Moore testified. Let me see. Okay. Okay, right here it says, this caused Officer Johnson to respond aggressively towards Zachery Wilson. Zachery Wilson's response was not cooperative, but did not rise to the disorderly conduct. No further assistance was needed during this event. There was no code call, nor were any other officers needed to gain control of the situation. So you were locked up for this.
Yeah, and I haven't been out since. And this has been March.
And you were found March. So we looking at what? April, May, June, July, August.
October.
7 months. Okay. Now you got the questions and answers in there. I want to see what Mr. Mafani testified for you.
Okay, this is Mr. Lay. This is a 76-year-old man that I pushed to the child hall.
In the wheelchair. You done had multiple strokes.
Exactly. When I was in population, I pushed him to the child hall, to the pill call line, to the canteen, whatever he needed to do. I assisted him. I supported him with the situation. Okay, this was question number one to Mr. Lake. I said, inmate Mr. Lake, on March 21st, 2016, during the breakfast meal, didn't I push you in your wheelchair to the East Dining Hall so we can eat breakfast? Question, yes. Answer, yes. Inmate Mr. Lake, once we entered the dining hall and I stationed you at the table next to the exit door, didn't I get in the line and receive 2 breakfast trays, one for myself and one for you, when Officer Copper grabbed one of the breakfast trays out of my hand? The question, that was the question, yes, the answer, yes. Right. Inmate Mr. Lake, once Officer Copper, K. Moore, and Stat all became conscious of, yeah.
Step away briefly, so I'm just gonna let y'all see the questions that he's asking and the responses from Mr. Lake. Um, and this is how these type of incidents develop. It's unfortunate, like I said, but an officer lost his life over almost identical set of circumstances. And so, what I'm trying to show you all is that we suffer from the same aggressive police tactics, the same abuses, the same threats to our lives and existence over trivial matters too. And it's not just that we talking; these are the documents. These are their documents. This man was found not guilty of that infraction, still been in solitary, and has been assaulted since he's been in solitary confinement. So I think we covered enough. I just wanted them to get a generalization to see, how these incidents, you have to put the context and the facts to it, and we two totally different prisons, identical set of facts, identical incidents, and two different results.
I wasn't the aggressor. I was the aggressee.
Transgressed against. You was the victim.
And whatever I'm going through right now is all for the cause. Like I said, I tell them day in and day out, I sacrifice this body to do what's right for mankind and do what's right for God. I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing it for God. May God Almighty bless every viewer that's going to view this video. May God Almighty bless everybody in this world. If you ride for a legit cause, may God Almighty, which art in heaven, bless you. That's it.
All right, brother Zach, man, we appreciate your time. This for Free Alabama Movement. This is the way that we connect with the people. We get the voice out. We let them hear from the people that they try to silence. They don't want us to speak in life. They allow us to speak from the grave, but they'll put their own context behind it. But Free Alabama Movement is, it is our mission to add voice to the people behind these walls. And so it takes courage because, a lot of people are scared to get in front of these cameras. But we appreciate your courage, man, everything you've done, the sacrifices you made. You haven't even talked about the police brutality you've been subjected to since you've been back here. You didn't have, I know for a fact you had an officer jump on you in handcuffs and tell you you ain't gonna do that Free Alabama Movement shit.
Free Alabama Movement, and cuff me up, spray me in my face with the jumping on me, and stated Free Alabama Movement only because I had to go to a dentist appointment in the infirmary to get my tooth ameliorated.
Yeah. And then you had an appointment with the dentist. No, I'm saying some people had came up here.
The Priya people.
Yeah, the Priya people had came.
The Priya people had came, and this same officer who jumped on me, he was escorting the inmate to the Priya.
They had pulled both of y'all out the cell.
Yeah, and we was walking down the hall, and at the same time, the officer who jumped on me, saying after Free Alabama Movement, he was coming up the hallway with another inmate from a different block, and he seen me. He said, "Yeah, bring your bad A to my block. I'm gonna beat your brains out your head." And I told him these exact words, quote unquote. Come on, do it now. I ain't scared of nothing, nobody but God.
The name is Officer. And the reason why I want you to name
Officer Kendrick.
Yeah, because I had, when they brought me to lockup, he came to bring me to lockup saying the same thing. Y'all did that Free Alabama Movement shit. Y'all ain't gonna bring that shit. So he's like the hitman for the administration against Free Alabama Movement. Kendrick Gaston, that's his name. Okay. All right. Well, like I said, man, we appreciate you sharing your story with us and insights. We're gonna be doing this some more again and again and again. Because the problem has not been resolved, so we're going to continue to talk about it, put it out there. This Free Alabama Movement, Bennu Hannibal Rasan, formerly known as Melvin Ray, speaking with brother Zachery Wilson, first-hand account of the struggle from the inside, Free Alabama Movement.